Sit in a way that is comfortable for you to sit. And then align the back of skull with sacrum. Let your arms relax by side, or bring your hands or arms onto your thighs. And then feel the lifting belly, diaphragm, lift chest. And then give yourself a moment. Feel yourself settling into your mat. Feeling as if you're in a space, a safe space, your own yogic sanctuary. Today, wanting to keep the focus around the pelvic area, working into hips and into pelvis. So breathe as you breathe into the pelvic bowl. As you exhale, feel as if you're leaning back into sit bones and you're gliding your thighs forward. As you breathe, lift your belly away from pelvis, lift your diaphragm. As you exhale, let your shoulders soften down. As you breathe, breathe and expand, expanding your ribs out to the side. Exhale, feeling for that release as you let go. And then change. Bring your left foot is over your right in knee pal. Do half knee pal. And then do wrist stretches. So reach your right hand forward and take hold of the little finger on your right hand. Breathe into the palm of hand, spread fingers. And as you breathe out, glide your little finger back. Release. Taking hold of your ring finger. As you breathe in, lengthen your right side ribs up. And as you breathe out, reach the palm of your hands forward, spreading fingers. Taking hold of your middle finger. Now breathe and lift chest. As you breathe out, glide your middle finger back. And release. Activate your feet. Take hold of your first finger. As you breathe in, lengthen your little finger away from your thumb. And as you exhale, feel as if you're lengthening your fingers to the floor. And release. Taking hold of your thumb. As you breathe in, glide your thumb away from your index finger. And as you breathe out, heel of the hands forward. And release. Change the cross of your legs. Half knee power with your right leg over your left. Your feet are active. Reach your left hand forward and take hold of the little finger on your left hand and then ease it back. Now breathe. As you breathe, spread fingers as wide as you can. As you breathe out, glide your little finger back. Release. Taking hold of your ring finger. As you breathe, lengthen out of your left side. As you breathe out, reach the palm of your hands forward. Taking hold of your middle finger. Now breathe. As you breathe, lift sternum. As you breathe out, arms forward, feet are active, chest is lifted. Take hold of your first finger. As you breathe in, lengthen your thumb away from your little finger. And as you breathe out, spread the fingers as you reach the heel of the hands forward. And release. Taking hold of your thumb. As you breathe, glide your thumb away from your index finger. And as you breathe out, heel of the hand is forward. And then release. Coming into Baddha Konasana, so soles of your feet are together. Toes are flexed out towards the shins, and you're relaxing your thighs and knees out towards the side. Bring your hands forward of your shins, and if you can't bring them forward, then bring them between the thighs, calves and thighs. Sit bones presses down. As you breathe in, lengthen belly away from pelvis. As you breathe out, spread the fingers as you reach the heel of the hands to floor. Breathe into lower back as you're lengthening ribs away from sacrum. And as you exhale, open the palm of your hands towards the floor. Soften your shoulders away from your head. Release. Wrist stretches stage 3. So the hands are reaching out to the side. The thumb is pointing skywards and the fingers are reaching away from you. Now breathe. Breathe into palm of hands. Hold the breath. Now bring in your little finger, ring finger, middle finger, first finger. The thumb squeezes all other fingers. Squeeze them tight. And then as you exhale, the heel of the hands, the fingers are reaching down. The fist is reaching downwards. So you're opening up the tops of wrists. And then release. Reach your arms out to the side, fingers pointing skywards. And then breathe into palm of hands. Hold the breath. Then bring in your thumb first, and then simultaneously all other fingers squeezes the thumb. On the exhale, stretch your thumb side away from you. Release. Open the hands, thumbs pointing skywards. Breathe into palm of hands. Hold the breath. Then bring in your little finger, ring finger, middle finger, first finger, thumb squeezes on top. Knuckles to the floor. Exhale and feel the stretching out the tops of your wrists. Release. Fingers reaching out, thumbs pointing skywards. Breathe into palm of hands. Hold the breath, then bring in your thumb, and then simultaneously all other fingers squeezes to the thumb. Exhale, you're stretching your thumb side away from you. Relax your shoulders, and then release. Shoelace pose. So do an alternate nostril breathing in shoelace. Bring your left foot on top of your right thigh, and you're reaching heels away from you, aiming to have your feet at a double right angle. If that's a difficult reach for you, the left foot is onto the right calf, or you're in cross-leg seated, or you can have your foot onto a block or a rope. So something that supports you in the pose. Alternate nostril breathing. Hold the first two fingers down of your left hand and use your ring finger to block the right nostril. Hold the first two fingers down of your right hand, first two fingers down. Thumb blocks right nostril. Inhale through the left nostril, inhale for 5. Lock in both nostrils and hold the breath. You're holding for 20. So feet are active. Reach your heels away from you. Flex the toes back. Feel the opening into the arc of your feet, both sides. Spine is long. Exhale through the right nostril. Exhale for 10. Inhale through the right nostril for 5. Got both nostrils, hold the breath, hold for 20. Now keep feeling the energy that's into hips, into pelvis. Exhale to left, exhale for 10. And release. Change the cross of legs. Shoelace with your right foot over your left thigh. Working towards having a heels out, toes flexed back. And the knee, your left foot is under your right thigh or knee. Reach your heels away from you, reach the balls of your foot away from you, and then feel the arc of your foot as if it's rising up, so it's energizing to the legs. Your right hand is by right hip. Hold the first two fingers of left hand and use your ring finger to block your right nostril. Then breathe through the left nostril for 5. Lock in both nostrils, hold the breath, hold for 20. Eyes are closed, and then take yourself into what you feel. Exhale through right nostril, exhale for 10. Inhale through the right nostril, inhale for 5. Lock in both nostrils, hold for 20. Exhale through the left nostril for 10. And then release. Bring the soles of your feet together for Baddha Konasana. Toes are flexed back towards your shins. Bring your hands by hips, the chest opener. Elbows are bent slightly. Now breathe in for 10. Hold the breath for 10. Keep the spine lifted, chest is lifted, lower ribs are lengthening up, feet are active. Forward bend, hands forward, and then exhale through mouth. Exhale completely. Tuck the chin to chest. Now pull your belly in. Press the soles of your feet together. Flex the toes back towards the shin. Keep lengthening the spine. Relax your belly, stay here, and then breathe. As you breathe, feel this, moving belly away from pelvis. So breathe deep into pelvic bowl, and you're lengthening belly away from pelvis. And exhale, exhale as you fold. As you breathe, lengthen spine, lower ribs away from waist, mid ribs away from lower ribs. Feel the upper ribs opening out wide, out to armpits. And exhale as you fold. Breathe the sternum, deep breath, feeling for feeding your heart with this breath. Lead with chest, exhale as you inhale, release, push, blow away, breathe in as you come all the way on up. Your next pose is hip opening. So unlocking the hips. Your right hand is onto the right thigh. Your left hand is under the right thigh. As you breathe in, press into left sit bone and lift your right sit bone away from the floor. Now traction your right thigh away from hip. Place your left hand to the floor by left hip, and then traction your right thigh away. Sitting back down onto right sit bone. Breathe in and lengthen your right ribs away from right hip. And as you breathe out, tractioning your right thigh away from hip. As you breathe in, feel as if you're moving belly away from your right thigh. And as you exhale, glide your right, straighten your right arm as you glide your right thigh away from hip. As you breathe, breathe into lower back and lengthening your ribs away from waist. And as you exhale, you're sending that right thigh away from you. As you breathe, breathe into diaphragm. Spread the ribs as you lift your diaphragm up, chest lifts. And as you breathe out, straighten your right arm and turn towards the left. Now breathe in and lengthen your left ribs away from left hip. And as you exhale, you turn in, twisting, almost twisting towards your left hip. Right thigh is lengthening away from you. Now notice where you're feeling this and take your breath, real breath to that area. And as you exhale, feel as if you're folding towards your left thigh. Breathe to heart, deep breath. Feel for energizing heart with breath. And as you breathe out, glide your the belly away from your right thigh. Third arm position. On the next breath, bring your right arm down so you're framing your left leg with both hands. And as you exhale, as you fold towards your left thigh, send your right sit bone back to floor. As you breathe, spread the breath into back ribs. Feel as if your ribs are lifting, lengthening away from your sacrum. And as you exhale, as you fold towards, you're moving sternum towards your left thigh and knee. Send your right sit bone back to floor. One more breath here, deep breath. As you exhale, as you fold. Release, push the floor away, breathe in as you come all the way on back up. So do this the other side. Your left hand is onto your top of your thigh, the right hand is underneath your left thigh. Press down into your right sit bones. Inhale, lift your left sit bone away from the floor, and then traction your left thigh away from hip. And as you exhale, coming back down. Left sit bone is down, right hand is by the right hip, flatten the right hand to floor. Now breathe. As you breathe in, lengthen out of left side. As you breathe out, tractioning your left thigh away from left hip. Both feet active. Breathe in and move your belly away from your thigh. And as you exhale, straighten your left arm as you glide your left thigh away from hip. Breathe into lower back as you're lengthening ribs away from waist. Exhale, moving the thigh bone away from the hip bone. Breathe to heart, deep breath, chest is lift. Feel as if you're lifting chest, diaphragm, as if up towards your chin. Now exhale, as you traction your left thigh towards the left, you're turning slightly towards the right. Breathe in, lengthen your right side ribs away from hip. And as you exhale, gliding your left thigh out towards the left. Deep breath, lengthen ribs away from sacrum. As you exhale, you're slightly folding over your right thigh. Third arm position, as you breathe in, lift your left arm up and then frame your right foot with both hands. And as you exhale, send your left sit bone back to floor. Balloon your breath into your intercostal muscles on the left side. And as you exhale, as you fold towards your right thigh, send your left sit bone back to floor. Breathe in, lift belly away from pelvis. Lift your diaphragm, lift chest. And as you exhale, as you fold. Inhale, release, push your floor away, breathe in as you come all the way on back up. Now, come from here, you're coming into a straddle split. So you're reaching your legs out towards the side into straddle. Press your right sit bone to floor. Breathe in, reach your, okay, so I'm using my right hand against my calf or hands to the floor, just to help to keep the lengthening, moving the right thigh out towards the right. So this is giving me anchorage here. So press into your left sit bone. As you breathe in, reach your left arm is up. And as you breathe out, bring your left arm down on the inside of your left leg. Again, you might have a block there, so you can have the hand onto the block. What that does, it gives you more lifting out of your left side. Relax your left ear to left shoulder. Now breathe in as you lift your belly away from pelvis. And as you breathe out, you're gliding your right shoulder away from your right ear. On the next breath, as you breathe in, lift your right arm up and reach your right arm up towards the sky. As you exhale, reach your right arm away from your right ear. Now activate your feet, spread toes. Reach out with the balls of your feet. Breathe into lower back and lengthening out of lower back. And as you exhale, with your left ear relaxing to left shoulder, reach your right arm back away from your right ear. Now feel the opening right from your armpit to armpit. Press your right sit bone to floor And as you breathe in, reach your right arm up towards the sky. And as you breathe out, wrapping your right shoulder as you reach your right arm over right. Breathe in, lift your left side ribs away from left hip. And as you exhale, as you lengthen your right arm over right ear, you're reaching your right thigh away from you. Sometimes in this pose, I bring my left hand back to the inside of your right thigh, and I'm tractioning my right thigh towards the right with my left arm as I reach my right arm over my right ear. Now balloon the breath into your right side ribs, deep breath. As you breathe out, as you send your both legs away from you, reaching your right arm over right ear. Use your right arm, breathe in to pull your body up. Use your left hand to support your head and neck as you come all the way on back. Switch for the other side. So your right hand is down on the inside of your right leg. Press down into your left sit bone. As you breathe in, reaching your left arm is up. And as you breathe out, reach it back. The arm is down away from your ear. Deep breath, lift out. Keep lifting out of your right side. And as you exhale, relax your neck. Both feet are active and feel the lengthening away right from your pelvic bone, both legs as they lengthen away from you. Breathe into lower back as you're lengthening ribs away from sacrum. And as you exhale, you're gliding your left shoulder away and down. On the next breath, as you inhale, stretch your left arm up towards the sky. And as you exhale, as you arc your chest forward, reaching your left arm straight back. Breathe into the left side of your neck. Deep breath. Exhale, jaw relaxes. Inhale, reach your left arm right up towards the sky. As you exhale, lengthen your left arm over your left ear. The left foot is active and you're reaching it away from you. Feel this right from your pelvic bowl. Breathe in, lift belly away from pelvis. Lift your diaphragm, lift chest. And as you exhale, lengthening that left arm over left ear. As you breathe, you're lifting out of your right side. And as you exhale, as you reach your left arm over your left ear, reach your left leg away from you. Use your left arm, breathe in to pull your body up. Use your right hand to support your head and neck. And then bring your hands by hips and then ease the tension out of your legs. Bring your legs together and then lie down on your back, coming into your abdominal sequence now. Today we start with elbow to knee. We'll bring in some back traction into elbow to knee. And from elbow to knee, you will need your roll. From elbow to knee, we'll move into a twisting abs with the roll. So have your roll close by, or your block, or your prop. So lie down onto your back. The soles of your feet are onto the floor. Relax your neck and relax your arms by your side. And bring your heels back towards your sit bones as you would for when you're doing bridge. And then relax your arms. Arms are down by your side. Now, as you breathe in and spread your ribs wide to armpits. And as you exhale, pull your belly in and feel as if you're compressing the ribs down. As if you're hugging your ribs down. And then breathe. Breathe into lower back. And exhale, curl pubic bone to navel. Send sit bones away from you. Compress. Compressing, you're hugging your ribs down. And then breathe in. Deep breath, spreading ribs to floor. Pause the breath. Now press your feet to floor. And as you exhale, reach your left arm down towards your left heel. Now hug the ribs down, belly's in. And then inhale, ease your head back to center. Hold the breath. Now, as you exhale, reach your right arm down towards your right heel. Feel the side ribs as they lengthen away from right hip. Now, hug the ribs down as your belly's in. Your lower back is pressing down. And then inhale, easing back to center. Hold the breath. As you exhale, belly's in. Now, send your left arm down towards your left heel. Hug the ribs down onto belly. Keep moving belly away from pelvis. Then inhale, easing back to center. Hold the breath. And as you exhale, you curl tailbone up, you're reaching your right fingers down towards your right heel. Hugging the ribs down, belly's in. And then inhale, coming back to center. Hold the breath and press your lower back down to the floor. And as you exhale, lift your left leg up and then reach your left heel away from you. Belly is pulling in, hugging the ribs down. Then inhale, place your left foot to the floor. Hold the breath. And as you exhale, lift your right leg up. Reach your right heel away from you. Now pull your belly in, your ribs, they're hugging down onto belly. Pull belly in, and your lower back presses to the floor. Inhale, place your right foot to the floor. Hold the breath. Now exhale, lift your left leg up. Reach your left heel away from you. Flex the toes to shins. Now pull belly in. You're hugging the ribs down. Pull belly in. Inhale, head to center. Place your left foot to the floor. Hold the breath. As you exhale, curl tailbone up. Lift your right leg up. Reach your right heel away from you. Now pull belly in. Hugging the ribs down onto belly. Then inhale, head to center. Place your right foot to the floor. And take an exhale. Okay, so if you have a block, as you said, you have a block, we'll add to this pose. This time, you're going to lift your right foot off the floor. The right knee will be bent. The block will be placed onto your right thigh, long ways. Your right forearm will be pressing against the block. And your left arm is reaching straight up towards the sky. So from here, take a deep breath into lower back, spreading ribs to floor. Hold the breath. Now when you exhale, press your right forearm onto the block, and the block is pressing into the forearm. Flex the toes, reach your right heel away from you, and then reach your left arm up towards the sky. Now pull belly in. And then inhale, relax your left shoulder to the floor, hold the breath. And as you exhale, as you curl tailbone up, press your right forearm onto the block. The block is pressing onto the arm. Reaching your right arm up, but keep the shoulders to the floor as much as you can. Keep moving belly away from your right thigh. Then inhale, relax pelvis to floor. Lower back is pressing to floor. Hold the breath. Now as you exhale, as you curl tailbone up, your forearm presses to the block. The block presses to the forearm. Send your right heel away from you. Reach your left arm up. Shoulders are down, the shoulders away to the floor. Feel your serratus muscles are engaged here. And then relax. Place your right foot down to the floor. Place the block onto your left thigh. Left forearm is onto the block. Bring your right hand down by the floor by your right side. Lift your left foot up. The knee is bent. From here, reach your right arm up towards the sky. Now take a deep breath, spreading the ribs to the floor. Hold the breath. Now as you exhale, press your left forearm onto the block. The block is pressing against the thigh is pressing against the block. Your left heel reaches away from you, and your right arm is reaching up, but glide the shoulders down. belly is in, and your lower back is pressing to floor. And now breathe into lower back, relaxing, pressing your lower back to floor. As you exhale, as you press your right foot to the floor, press the forearm, left forearm onto the block, foot, thigh presses to the block, reach your heel away from you, and you're reaching your fingertips of your right arm up, but keep the shoulders down, compress, hug the ribs down. And then breathe in, relax your lower back to the floor. Hold the breath. As you exhale, press your right foot to the floor. Draw your forearm, left forearm presses to the block. The thigh presses to the block. Reach your left heel away from you as you reach your right fingertips up. Pull belly in. The ribs compress down. Belly's in. And then release. Place your left foot back to the floor. From here, place a block onto your right thigh. Lift your right foot off the floor. Now the block is pressed against the thigh, the forearm presses against the block, block presses against the forearm. So keep that position. From here, lift your left arm up, reach it up towards the sky. Lift your left leg up and reach it up towards the sky. Now take a deep breath into lower back, spreading ribs to floor. And as you exhale, as you curl tailbone up, press your right forearm onto the block. The block presses onto the forearm. Reach your right heel away from you. Now send your left leg straight up as you reach your left arm up. Now pull belly in. As your belly pulls in, press your lower back to the floor. Now from here, inhale, lower your left foot to the floor. Hold the breath. Your lower back is pressing down. As you exhale, as you curl tailbone up, press your right forearm onto right thigh. Reach your right heel away from you. Reach your left elbow up. Now pull belly in. On the next breath, as you breathe in, lift your left leg up. And as you exhale, straighten your left leg up towards the sky. Reach your left arm up. Press your right forearm onto right thigh. Thigh presses onto the block. Reach your heel. Right heel is away from you. Belly is pulling in. Inhale, place your left foot to the floor. Hold the breath and press your lower back down. As you exhale, as you curl tailbone up, press your right forearm onto the block, thighs onto the block. Pull belly in. You're reaching your right heel away from you, and you're reaching your left elbow, left hand up. Now breathe in, lift your left foot off the floor. And as you exhale, straighten that left leg as you reach it up. Reach your left fingertips up. Press your right forearm onto the thigh. Thigh presses onto the block. Reach your heel away from you. Pull belly in. Now reach your left leg up as you reach your left arm up. Pull belly in. Inhale, place your left foot to the floor. And then lower your right foot and your left arm. And then the other side. So the block is now on your left thigh. The left foot is now off the floor, and your left forearm is onto the block. So you're opening out the side ribs. Reach your right arm straight up towards the sky. Now from here, take a deep breath. Inhale, breathing into lower back, spreading ribs to the floor. And as you exhale, as you curl tailbone up, press your left forearm onto the block. The block presses onto the thigh. Thigh presses onto the block. Reach your left heel away from you. Pull belly in as you press your right foot to the floor. Now breathe in, deep breath. Lift your right foot away from the floor. And as you exhale, reach your right leg straight up. Reach your right arm up. Press your arm against your thigh, against the block against the thigh. Reach your heel away from you. Send your right leg up as you send your right arm up. Pull belly in. Then inhale, place your right foot to the floor. Hold the breath and press your lower back to the floor. As you exhale, curl tailbone up and press your left forearm onto the thigh. Thigh is onto the block. Pull belly in. Reach your heel away from you. Inhale, lift your right leg up away from the floor. And as you exhale, reaching your right leg up, reach your right arm up, shoulders are down. Press your arm against the block, foot, thigh against the block, reach heels away from you, pull belly in. Reach your right leg up and your right arm up. Inhale, place your right foot to the floor. Hold the breath. As you exhale, as you curl tailbone up, press your forearm against the block against against the thigh. Pull belly in as you reach your left heel away from you. Inhale, lift your right foot off the floor. And as you exhale, straighten that right leg up. Reach your right arm up. Press your arm against the block against the arm. Reach your left heel away from you and pull belly in. Inhale, place your right foot to the floor. Lower your right hand, lower your left foot. Elbow to knee. Clasp your hands behind your head and neck. Lift your feet up off the floor. Now inhale, lift your head, shoulder blades up away from floor. Hold the breath. Exhale, curl tailbone up and elbows to left knee and reach your right leg forward. Relax your right hip and then lower your right foot down until the heel touches the floor. Now pull belly in. Inhale, head to center, bend the knees, hold the breath and press your lower back to floor. Exhale, curl tailbone up, your elbows are to your right knee. Send your left leg straight up. Lift the chest, reach your elbows up. Now belly's in. Breathe into left hip. And as you exhale, lengthen your left leg away until the heel touches the floor. Pull belly in and press your lower back down. Inhale, come back to center, bend the knees, hold the breath, and press your lower back down. Exhale, curl tailbone up, your elbows are to your left knee. You're reaching your right leg straight up. Keep reaching out with the ball of your foot. Pull belly in. Keep the chest lifted. Reach your elbows up, reach them back. Pull belly in. Breathe into right hip. And as you exhale, lengthen that right leg away. Keep moving the hip, the thigh away from hip joint. Pull belly in when the heel touches. Inhale, come back to center. Bend the knees, hold the breath, and press your lower back to the floor. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Your elbows are to right knee. Your left leg is reaching straight up towards the sky. Now pull belly in. Lift the chest. Reach your elbows up. Reach them back. Pull belly in. Breathe into left hip. And as you exhale, you're lengthening your left thigh heel lengthens away from you. Heel touches the floor. Now pull belly in. Inhale, head to center, bend the knees, hold the breath, and press your lower back to the floor. Exhale, curl tailbone up, your elbows into left knee. Reach your right leg out. Reach out with the balls of your feet. Feel for unlocking that right hip as you stretch your leg to the sky. Pull belly in. Breathe into your right hip. Pause the breath. And as you exhale, lengthen your right heel away from you. Keep the chest lifted. Reach your elbows up. Keep moving. Right thigh away from hip. Pull belly in. Inhale. Come back to center. Bend the knees. Hold the breath. And press your lower back to floor. Exhale. Curl tailbone up. Your elbows into right knee. Reaching your left leg straight up. Reach up. Spread the toes. As you lengthen that leg to sky. Pull belly in. Breathe into left hip. Pause the breath. And as you exhale, you're lengthening your left heel away from you. Feel for unlocking hips. Heel touches floor. Pull belly in. Press your lower back to floor. Reach your elbows up. Reach them back. Inhale. Come back to center. Bend the knees. Hold the breath. And press your lower back to the floor. And exhale, release. Lower head and shoulders to floor. And bring the soles of your feet either to the floor or you can hug the feet towards your chest. Knees to chest. And then feel how this is open into lower back, into hips, into pelvis. And then grab hold of your roll or your block and place the roll or block between your thighs. Your legs are reaching straight up towards the ceiling and your hands are clasped behind your head and your neck. Twisting abs. and also bend your knees in this pose. So from here, inhale, lift head, shoulder blades up, away from the floor. Hold the breath. You exhale, curl tailbone up, reach your legs straight up, your elbows into left knee. Squeeze, roll, feel your inner thighs. Squeeze, sit bones. Now as you reach your legs up, reach your left elbow up, reach it back. Now pull belly in. Inhale, head to center. Hold the breath and press your lower back down, but keep head and shoulder blades up. Squeeze the roll. Stretching the legs up. Elbows to your exhale, elbows to your right knee. Squeeze the roll again, and then lengthen the legs up, reach out with active feet, pull belly in. As your belly pulls in, reach your right elbow up, reach it back. Inhale, come back to center, bend the knees, hold the breath, and press the top rim of the sacrum down. Squeeze the roll, stretching your legs up. And as you exhale, elbows to your left knee. Squeeze roll. Squeeze sit bones. Pull belly in. Lengthen your legs up. Reach your left elbow up. Reach it back. Pull belly in. Inhale, head to center. Hold the breath. Your lower back is pressing down. Squeeze roll. Stretch your legs up. And as you exhale, elbows to right knee. Squeeze roll. Squeeze sit bones. Now lengthen your legs up as you reach your right elbow up. Reach both elbows up. Pull belly in. Lower back is pressing down. Inhale, head to center. Exhale, release. Lower head and shoulders to floor. Bend the knees and place the soles of your feet down. Hit the roll between your thighs or the prop between your thighs for bridge. Move your heels back so the heels are by sit bones or hip distance. Brush your heels with fingertips. And then relax your arms by your side. Shoulders are out away from your ears. Okay, before you go further, today actually bring your hands so that the heel of the hands are onto the hip crease. You're tractioning your thighs away from you. So from here, you know, it's like you use your hands, use your thumbs or fingers to find the space, the joint between the hip joint and the thigh joint. Sometimes you can slide your thumb into those, and then you're feeling for tractioning your thigh bone away from hip bone. Don't go so deep because they can be dislocated. Your lower back is pressing to the floor. Breathe into lower back, spreading the ribs to the floor. And as you exhale, pull your belly in and use your hands, send the thighs forward. Keep moving belly away from thighs. You should feel a lengthening into belly. You should feel a lengthening into lower back. Your chest is moving towards your chin. Diaphragm is spreading. Your lower back might even leave the floor. This is what we call telescoping. And then relax. The roll is between your thighs. Your arms are relaxed by your side. So when you come into this pose, you want to feel that opening into belly and opening into lower back. For me, it's almost like that sort of greyhound opening, very, very tight and flat belly, but your rib cage feels as if they're opening up. Feet presses down, breathe in, lengthen side ribs away from hips. And as you exhale, push the floor away with your feet as you lift up. Once you lift as high as you can, gentle squeeze onto the roll. Now breathe in and expand your ribs wide to your armpits. And as you exhale, lifting up, if you can, lift up. Push the floor away as you lift. Now breathe into back of heart and energize your heart with this breath. And as you exhale, lift up. Squeeze the roll and send thighs and knees forward. Gently feel this and breathe. You're moving belly. Keep moving belly away from pelvis. Feel your diaphragm is lifting, spreading the ribs, spread diaphragm. Chest is moving to chin. Press your heels to the floor. As you exhale, lift up and send your sit bones away from you. Your sit bones are reaching towards your calves. Breathe into your side ribs, deep breath. And as you exhale, move your chest to chin and send thighs and knees away from you. So breathe to where you're feeling this most. And exhale, tilt pelvis, lower upper back to floor. Tilt pelvis, lower mid back to floor. Tilt pelvis as you lower all the way down. Gate opener. So the roll or the block is between your thighs. You're reaching your legs up towards the sky. You can bend the knees in this pose, and your hands are clasped behind your head and neck. From here, press your lower back to floor. Inhale, lift your head, shoulder blades up. Now lift your chest and reach your elbows up. Feel for unlocking the shoulders. So you're opening the side ribs, the serratus muscles. Hold the breath. Now as you exhale, curl elbows up. Reach your elbows, lift your chest, reach your elbows up. And place your left hand onto the block. Send your legs out towards the side. Deep breath, inhale. And as you exhale, curl pubic bone up onto the roll and press your hands down. Keep lengthening the legs out towards the side. Reach your right elbow up towards the sky. Pull belly in. Inhale, legs together, hands behind your head. Lower your head and shoulders to the floor. Hold the breath, squeeze the roll, and reach your legs straight up. Exhale, lift head, shoulder blades up, away from floor. Squeeze roll. Squeeze, sit bone to tailbone. Stretch your legs up as you reach your elbows up, pull belly in. Inhale, bring your right hand onto the roll and straddle your legs. And as you exhale, curl pubic bone up to the roll and you press your hands down. Keep the chest lifted. Reach your left elbow up as you send your legs out towards the side, pull belly in. Inhale, legs together, hands behind your head. Lower head and shoulders to floor. Hold the breath, squeeze the roll. Reach your legs up. Exhale, lift your head, shoulder blades up away from floor. Squeeze roll. Stretching your legs up. Pull belly in. Inhale, place your left hand onto the roll and straddle your legs. And as you exhale, as you curl pubic bone up to the roll, press your hands down. Lengthen your legs out, spread the toes. Reach your right elbow up. Pull belly in. Inhale, legs together, hands behind your head. Lower head and shoulders to floor. Hold the breath, squeeze the roll, and then lengthen your legs up. Exhale, lift head, shoulder blades up. Squeeze roll. Squeeze sit bone to tailbone. Pull belly in. Inhale, right hand is onto the roll and straddle your legs. And as you exhale, curl tailbone up. Lengthen your legs out, reach out, spread the toes. Keep the chest lifted. Reach your left elbow up. Pull belly in. And press your lower back down. Inhale, legs together, hands behind your head. Lower head and shoulders to the floor. Exhale, bend the knees and place the soles of your feet to the floor. Roll to your right side. Bring your left hand to the floor, bow your chest. Inhale, push the floor away with your right hand as you come all the way on up. Bridge pose. No, not bridge, dolphin pose. So bring you onto your knees, bring your hands onto your biceps to measure your distance. And then the elbows down under the shoulders. Reach your hands forward and then turn the palm of the hands up. So your thumb side is reaching out towards the side. Your elbows are aligned with the shoulders. If you have a block, you can place a block right between the wrists. And then you feel as if you're squeezing, you're tucking your elbows in. Again, you're working these muscles down the side. So when you tuck in this way, the pressure of your forearms onto the mat helps to give you more lengthening. So you're doing this here, elbows are tucked in, neck and shoulders relaxed. Here's the demonstration. You inhale, you lift and you spread it back, and your toes curl under. You exhale, you lift your knees off. So you're pushing the floor away, sending sit bones back in this way. And then you come on down. So you really feel this opening all the way. Keep pushing the weight up, taking the weight out of shoulders in this pose. So breathe in and exhale, lift up, and then reach back. Move chest to thighs and knees. Deep breaths. And as you exhale, reach the back of your thighs, the back of your calves to the back wall. Deep breath, inhale, breathe into heart. And as you exhale, pushing the floor away as you lengthen back. A deep breath, inhale. Now press your forearms to the floor and then reach back. Neck relaxes a lot. Last one in this, breathe to sternum, deep breath. Now push the floor away, reach back, reach your sit bones back and pull belly in. Good, and then inhale, release. Come on down. Coming all the way down to the floor. Just set up for your next. So this time, instead of having your palms facing upwards, your palms are facing down, and we work towards working with one leg up. So measure up in exactly the same way. Bring your hands down, spread the fingers, middle fingers reaching forward. Now tuck your elbows in so that they are aligned with shoulders or they are narrower than the shoulders, not wider. Breathe into upper back, lift, spread back, heel toes under. And exhale, lift knees off the floor. And then reach back. You're pushing the floor away, so creating the space and length in the shoulders. Breathe in deeply, spreading the ribs, spread upper back. Good. And as you exhale, lengthen back. You want to straighten your wrist as much as you can. Now breathe. As you breathe, breathe into your side ribs. And as you exhale, feel as if you're pressing the forearm down and then lengthen top ribs away from shoulders. Breathe into heart. Breathe, so breathing into sternum. Now exhale, reach the back of thighs, back of calves to the back wall. Anchor into your right leg. Breathe in, lift your left leg up. And as you exhale, reach it back, spread the toes. Breathe into your left hip. Feel for gliding left thigh away from hip. And as you exhale, reach it back, taking the weight out of the shoulders as you reach back. On the next breath, reach your left leg back away from you. And as you exhale, lower your left foot to the floor. Left foot presses to the floor. Breathe in, lift your right leg up. And exhale, reach it back, spread the toes. Breathe into right hip. Feel for easing right thigh away from pelvis. Good. And as you exhale, lengthen back. You're opening to the hips, the side ribs that you did when you was working your abdominals. Last breath in this. As you inhale, send your right leg back. And as you breathe out, lower your right foot to the floor. Bend the knees and come all the way down. And from here, you're coming up to stand. And stand on your mat in horse stance. Toes are turned out, your knees are bent, your knees are moving towards your second and third toe. Hands are onto thighs by hip. Agnisara, 4 rounds, too slow, too fast. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders, relax your belly, and then breathe in deeply. And exhale. Chin tucks in, and you move in your belly, nice and slow. So you really want to feel this lengthening. Inhale. Exhale. Chin tucks in, suck the belly in and up, and you're moving the belly. Inhale. And exhale. Now move the belly as fast as you can. Last one, breathe in. And exhale. Chin tucking in and moving belly as fast as you can. and then release and stand. Heel and toe feet together. And stand at the front of your mat. As you exhale, bring your hands together by chest. Press your feet to the floor, press down into your heels. Then feel the arc of the foot opening up. Press the balls of your foot down. Lift the toes, spread the toes. As you breathe in, press your feet to the floor, reach your arms. Actually, some just change. From here, we'll do chair pose. So from here, bend the knees. As you breathe in, lift the chest as you reach your arms up. Now keep the chest lifted. Send your sit bones back and reach sit bones back towards, as if you're towards your heels, as if you're falling backwards. Press down, you press your feet to the floor. And as you breathe in, move your belly forward away from pelvis. Feel your side ribs as you lift up. And as you exhale, as you lift your chest, glide the shoulders down. From here, press your heels to the floor. And as you breathe in, lengthen belly away from pelvis. And as you exhale, fall forward, hands to the floor. The back of the neck is long. Now breathe in, glide your belly away from pelvis. Okay, so from here, bring your hands either onto the floor or onto your ankles. Now you're pressing your hands against your ankles. So when I say, as you breathe in, glide your belly away from pelvis, it's as if you lift your belly up away from pelvis, your hands presses against your thighs, and you get this lengthening. So you should feel an opening into the lower back. And bring your hands to the floor and inhale, and as you exhale, step or hop it back into plank. Stay here in plank. Your hands, they're under the shoulders. You're reaching your heels back. Now tuck your elbows in. Deep breath, inhale. And as you exhale, tuck your elbows in as you lower down. Feel as if you're pushing the floor away. Once you're all the way down, lengthen your legs back. And your hands are under the shoulders. Breathe in, cobra. Move chest and ribs forward. Lengthen your legs back. Now if this is tough onto your arms or wrists, bring your hands forward a few inches. And then move your chest and ribs forward as you're lengthening your legs back. And as you exhale, release, lower down, hands under the shoulders, breathe into lower back, curl toes under, and exhale, press back into downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, if you want to take your feet forward or backwards, do so. You're aiming to have a V shape with your body. Now spread the fingers and feel as if you're pushing the floor away. You're lengthening your wrist away from your hand. Now as you breathe in, rise up to tiptoes. And as you exhale, lengthen through the spine. You're reaching your sit bones back. From here, anchor your right foot to the floor. Breathe in, lift your left leg up. And as you exhale, reach it back. Now breathe into your left hip. Feel for standing left thigh away from pelvis. And as you exhale, you're lengthening back. Deep breath. Press your right foot to the floor and lengthen your left leg back on exhale. Keep moving the thigh bone away from the hip. On the next breath, as you breathe in, draw your left knee towards your chest and hover. And as you breathe out, reaching your left leg out, reach it back. On the breath, as you breathe in, draw your left knee towards your left armpit and hover. And as you breathe out, reach it back. On the next breath, as you breathe in, draw your left knee towards your right elbow or armpit. And as you breathe out, you're reaching back. On the next breath, as you breathe in, rise up on the tiptoes of your right foot. Step your left foot forward between the hands. Keep the hands to the floor. The toes of your right foot are curled under. Push the floor away as you're reaching your arms out and up towards the sky. Press into that left foot. And as you breathe in, lift up, lift away from the thigh. And as you exhale, go a little deeper and reach back into your right heel. Reach back into your right leg as you breathe in, lengthening the lower ribs away from waist. And as you exhale, you go in a little deeper. Now breathe to heart, deep breath, energize heart with breath. Push the floor away on exhale as you keep the chest lifted, reaching your arms up. One more breath, breathe into lower back and lengthen ribs away from waist. And exhale, hands down for easy twisting warrior. Your right foot can stay right where it is, or bring the foot to the floor so that the heel is not, the toes are not curled under. In this pose, if you want to use a block, you have a block, and then you're sweeping your left arm up towards the sky. So you have a block. If you have the fingers are lined with the toes, or slightly ahead of the toes. Reach back into your right leg. Breathe in length and feel as if you're pushing the floor away with your right leg and your right arm. And as you press your left foot to the floor, reach your left arm up towards the sky. Deep breath, lengthen belly away from your left thigh. And as you exhale, reach back into your right heel. Left foot presses down, open left side. Press your left foot to the floor. And as you breathe in, traction your side ribs away from left hip. Push the floor away with your right hand as you reach your left arm up to sky. Then inhale, release. Bring your hands down to the floor, either side of your left foot. Place your right knee to the floor. Your next pose from here is lounge, sorry. Bring your right hand forward and then traction your left thigh forward. From here, as you breathe in, glide your ribs forward on your right side. As you breathe out, send your right leg back and turn so the side ribs are turning towards the inside of left thigh. Breathe into lower back, feel your lengthening ribs away from waist. And as you exhale, you're coming in a little deeper. If you can, on the next breath, reach your left arm right up towards the sky. And as you breathe out, reach it back. Reach the sternum, deep breath, drawing chest and ribs forward. As you exhale, lengthen back. If you can, bend your right knee, reach your left arm back, take hold of the ankle. Now breathe in as you lengthen through right ribs away from right hip. And as you exhale, roll the chest open to the left side. One more breath, breathe to sternum. And exhale, release. Bring your hands down either side of your left leg. Step back into plank. Reach back into heelers. And as you breathe out, lower down, keeping elbows tucked in. Inhale, cobra. You're moving chest and ribs forward as you lengthen your legs back. Exhale, release. Lower down and press it back for downward facing dog. Feeling for pushing floor away in downward dog. From downward dog, you anchored into your left foot. Breathe in, lift your right leg up. And exhale, reach it back. Now breathe. Breathe into your right hip. And as you exhale, send that right leg back. Deep breath, inhale. And as you exhale, as you send your right leg back, move chest to your left thigh. On the next breath, as you breathe in, draw your right knee towards the chest, you're hovering. And as you breathe out, reach it back. On the next breath, draw your right knee towards your right elbow, right armpit. Exhale, reach it back. On the next breath, as you breathe in, draw your right knee towards your left armpit or left elbow. And exhale, reach it back. On the next breath, as you rise up on the tiptoes of your left foot, step your right foot forward between the hands. Your toes are curled under of your left foot. Push the floor away with your right foot as you rise up. Your arms are reaching up towards the sky. Press into your right foot and breathe and lift the belly away from thigh. And as you exhale, as you go a little deeper, reach back into your left heel. Now breathe in and lengthen low ribs away from waist. And as you exhale, go in a little deeper, reach back into that left heel. Right foot presses to floor, breathe in, lift belly, lift diaphragm, lift chest. And exhale, release, hands to the floor. Easy twisting warrior. So the toes of the left foot can be curled under or the foot's to the floor. You can have a block for your left hand. And as you breathe in, you're sweeping your right arm up towards the sky. And as you breathe out, glide your left hip back. Breathe in, lengthen, so you feel the opening into left side ribs. And as you exhale, as you open out towards the right side, glide your right hip back. Breathe to sternum, deep breath. And as you breathe out, as you twist to the right, send that right arm back. Inhale. Exhale, release. Place your hands to the floor and place your left knee down to the floor. Put lunge. Bring your left hand forward a couple of inches, about 12 inches ahead of the shoulder. Right hand is traction in your right thigh forward. Breathe in, glide the ribs away from your left hip. Press your right foot to the floor. Exhale as you're twisting your left ribs towards the left thigh, the right thigh. As you breathe, lengthen belly away from pelvis. And as you exhale, opening as if you're moving sternum towards your right thigh. On the next breath, reach your right arm up towards the sky. And as you breathe out, reach it back. As you breathe, you're lengthening your ribs away from left hip. And as you exhale, you're taking it back a little bit more. On the next breath, if you can, bend your right knee, your left knee. And as you exhale, reach back as if you're reaching towards that heel. Inhale, release. Bring your hands down either side of your front foot. Step back for plank. Step back for plank. And then exhale, lower down, keeping the elbows tucked in. Place your hands behind your back for both. As you breathe in, lift chest, lift legs. And as you exhale, reach your legs back, spread the toes, ankles are squeezing towards each other. Keep the neck relaxed, tuck the chin to chest. Now breathe. As you breathe, you're lengthening belly away from the pelvis. And as you exhale, lengthen back, so you're opening into lower back. Keep sending sit bones back. One more breath like this, deep breath. Exhale, release, slow it down. Bring your hands under the shoulders. Breathe into lower back and curl toes under. And exhale, press back for downward facing dog. Feeling for pushing floor weight in downward dog. On the next breath, inhale, step your left foot forward between the floor. And then push the floor away as you're reaching your arms up towards the sky. Twisting lunge, place your left hand onto left thigh. As you breathe in, reach your right arm up. As you exhale, right elbows over the left thigh. You make a fist, your left hand is on top. Now breathe in, lengthen your ribs away from hip. And as you exhale, twist to the left. Breathe into lower back and lengthen ribs away from sacrum. And as you exhale, you're opening out towards the left. Deep breath, inhale, breathe into heart. And as you exhale, as you twist to the left, glide your left hip back. One more like this, inhale. And exhale, release. So from here, bring your hands down so the hands are either side of your left foot. Each your left foot back about 4 inches. And then curl the toes of your right foot and then straighten the legs. Step your right foot in about 2, maybe 3 inches, setting up for pyramid. So your feet, they're hip distance apart and they're facing forward, the hip space is forward. Pyramid, you're tractioning your left thigh away from hip. You breathe in, lifting belly, diaphragm chest. And as you exhale, you're folding forward. Your hands will be onto the floor. You're aiming to have your sacrum level. So oftentimes you'll see the right sit bones tucking down to the floor. You want your sacrum level. Hands to the floor. As you breathe in, keep tractioning belly away from pelvis and away from your left thigh. And as you breathe out, bringing your sternum down towards your left shin. Forehead is relaxing to forearms. Deep breath, lengthening lower ribs away from waist. And as you exhale, taking it a little deeper. From here, balloon the breath into back ribs, spread the ribs. Uddiyana, exhale. Now tuck the chin to chest, suck your belly in. Belly's all the way in. We're pushing the floor away. Keep lengthening belly away from thigh. Then inhale, release. From here, step your right leg back and place your right knee to the floor. Your hands are now on the inside of your left leg. You're setting up for mancoon stretch or lizard. The hands are on the inside of your left leg. Lift your right knee off the floor and reach your right heel away from you. Now from here, as you breathe in, glide your ribs away from your right hip. Press your left foot to the floor, and as you exhale, allow your body to hover over the edge of the mat. Deep breath, inhale. And as you exhale, if you can either stay here or bend the elbows so the forearms are onto the floor. Reach back into your right heel. If you want to down level the pose, place your right knee to the floor and release your back foot. Otherwise, you can also have your hands onto a block, your forearms onto a block. Now breathe. As you breathe, keep spreading, lengthening belly away from pelvis. And as you exhale, sending your sit bones back. The left sit bone reaches back. Breathe to heart, deep breath. And as you exhale, reaching your right sit bone back. If you can, have your right forearm to the floor. Breathe in, reach your left arm is up. And as you exhale, reach it up towards the sky. Now breathe in and lengthen your ribs away from your right hip. And as you exhale, reaching your left arm back. Inhale, release. Place your hands to the floor and place your right knee down. Step back into plank. Reach back into heels, and as you breathe out, lower down, keeping the elbows tucking in. Cobra, inhale. Move chest and ribs forward as you lengthen legs back, sit bones touch the heels. And as you breathe out, release, lower down, hands under the shoulders, inhale, toes under, exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Pushing the floor away in downward dog. On the breath, as you inhale, stepping your right leg forward between the hands for lunge. Your left knees to the floor. And then push the floor away as you're reaching your arms up. Twisting lunge, place your right hand onto right thigh. Inhale, stretch your left arm is up. And as you exhale, left elbows over the right thigh. And you make a fist, your right hand is on top. Relax left ear with left shoulder. Breathe in, lengthen ribs away from left hip. And as you breathe out, twist to the right and glide your right shoulder away from right ear. Press your right foot to floor and breathe in, lengthen belly away from pelvis. And as you exhale, glide your right hip back. Breathe to heart, deep breath. And as you breathe out, rolling chest open to the right. Then inhale, release. Bring your hands down so the hands are either side of your right foot. Step your left foot forward about 2, maybe 3 inches. And then straighten both legs. Your hips there are aligned facing forwards. Bring your hands onto your right thigh to traction thigh bone away from hip. Press into your right leg. Breathe in, lengthen belly, diaphragm, chest away from thigh. And as you exhale, you're folding forward for pyramid. Breathe into lower back as you're lengthening ribs away from waist. And as you exhale, fold, bring your hands to the floor. Now breathe to heart. And as you exhale, as you bring your sternum towards your shin, your forehead to ankle, send both legs back, straighten the legs. On the next breath, spread the breath into back ribs and using this to open up your back ribs. Now exhale, feel for pushing the floor away from your hands and your feet. Then inhale, release. Step your left leg back and then place your left knee to the floor. From here, bring your hands on the inside of your right leg. Setting up for lizard. Curl the toes under of your left foot, reach back into the left heel. Now, as you breathe into back spread ribs. And as you exhale, reach your left heel away from you. Deep breath, breathe to sternum. And as you exhale, bend your forearms. Your elbows are bent so the forearms are coming down to the floor. They can come onto a block. Press your right foot to the floor. And as you breathe in, glide your ribs forward away from the hip. And as you exhale, reach back into your left heel as your right thigh is gliding forward. You can place your left knee to the floor And you can release your back foot, your left foot. Now spread the breath into back ribs, deep breath. And as you exhale, reach back into that left heel. If you can, on the next breath, reach your right arm up to sky. And as you breathe out, glide your left heel back, right sit bone reaches back. Breathe the sternum, deep breath. And as you breathe out, reach up. Feel your right fingertips reaching to sky. Inhale, release. Hands to the floor and place your left knee down. Step back into plank. Reaching back into heels. And as you breathe out, lower down, keeping elbows tucked in. Clasp your hands behind your back for both. Now breathe in, lift chest, lift legs. You're reaching your legs back, spread the toes. Keep the chin tucked to chest. Breathe into lower back, lengthening ribs away from sacrum. And as you exhale, tailbone tuck, sit bones reaches to heels. Keep moving, chest and ribs forward. One more like this, deep breath. And exhale, release, lower down. So make a pillow with your hands and then relax your forehead into your hands. You can turn head to the side, taking 2 to 3 breaths on one side, and then turn to the other side, 2 to 3 breaths, so you get the neck release on both sides. And then breathe into where you're feeling this most. And ease your hands under the shoulders. Take a deep breath, curl toes under. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Feeling for pushing floor away in your downward dog. Now breathe in, rise up to the tiptoes. And exhale, send your sit bones back, move your chest to thighs and knees. Bend the elbows, wrap the shoulders for turbo dog, squeeze your elbows in. Now breathe to heart, deep breath. And as you exhale, reach your sit bones back, squeeze your elbows in for turbo dog. Relax your neck and jaw. Pigeon. On the next breath, as you breathe and step your left leg forward between the hands. Your left foot is towards the right hip. Your right leg is lengthening away from you. Hands are under the shoulders. Veer down into pelvis. Breathe in, lift and lengthen belly away from pelvis. And as you exhale, you're folding forward over your left shin. Breathe into lower back as you're lengthening ribs away from sacrum. And as you exhale, allowing your body to melt. Deep breath, inhale. Keep lengthening belly away from pelvis. As you exhale, pull your belly in, glide your left thigh forward, reach back into the ball of your foot. Deep breath, spread your ribs out wide to armpits. And exhale as you go. Then inhale, release. Hands are under the shoulders, push the floor away. From here, twisting pigeon towards your left thigh. So your left hand is coming by hip. Reach the hand away from hip. Anchor your right leg to the floor. As you breathe in, you're reaching your right arm is up, opening the side ribs. And as you breathe out, the hand is coming over. Both arms are over your left thigh. Right hip, wants your right hip to go back to the floor. So now breathe into the side ribs on your right side. Feel as if you're arcing the ribs out to right. And as you exhale, you're folding over your left thigh. Reach your right leg back. Breathe in, lengthen the ribs away from left hip. And as you breathe out, pull your belly in, right hip closer to floor. Breathe into lower back as you lengthen your ribs away from sacrum. As you exhale, release. Ease your hands under the shoulders and pigeon sternum to foot. So bring your left foot up. So it's coming up at a right angle. You're sitting on your left sit bone. You're either tucking your left elbow into the arc of the foot with your right hand on top, or you're grabbing hold of the foot with both hands. Press down into left sit bones. Breathe in, lift belly away from pelvis. And as you exhale, you either bring your sternum to foot or you're twisting away from your left foot. Deep breaths. And as you exhale, as you twist away, soften your right shoulder down if you're in the twist, or bring your sternum to foot. Deep breath. Keep lengthening out of your left side. And exhale, release. Hands are under the shoulders. Step back for downward facing dog. Feeling or pushing floor weight in downward facing dog. From here, as you breathe in, you're rising up on tiptoes. Exhale, push back. Chest to thighs and knees, heel to floor. You want to do turbo dog, bend the elbows, squeeze the elbows in. Feel as if you're pushing the floor away. Broaden the upper back. Now breathe to heart, deep breath. Exhale, reach back, sit bones reaches back, heels to floor, chest to thighs and knees. You can walk your feet in and then reach your heels to the floor. You get this opening into hamstrings, into calves and Achilles tendons. Last one, breathe in. As you exhale, lengthen back. Pigeon. On the next breath, as you breathe in, step your right foot forward between the hands. Your right foot comes towards the left edge of the mat. Straighten your left leg. I should have said this the last time, but if you have a block, you can have a block right in front of you. And when you fold forward, you can relax your forehead onto the block or onto the floor. It just gives your neck, and it gives you a nice little massage in your forehead, but it also relaxes your neck in this move. So send your left leg back. And as you breathe in, lengthen belly away from pelvis. And as you exhale, fold. As you breathe, breathe into lower back and lengthening lower ribs away from waist. And as you exhale, as your belly pulls in, slide your right thigh forward. Sit bones are reaching to left heel, both feet active. Now breathe in, broaden the upper back with your breath, spreading the ribs wide. So don't have your shoulder blades squeezing, your shoulders squeezing into your neck. And as you exhale, reach back. Keep sending the whole of your left leg back. Now breathe to sternum. Exhale, allowing your body just to melt. Inhale, release. Walk your hands back so the hands are under the shoulders. Bring your right hand by your right hip. And as you breathe in, anchor into your left leg. Reach your left arm is up. And as you exhale, you're coming over to twisting pigeon towards your right thigh. As you inhale, balloon the breath into your left ribs. And as you exhale, send your left leg away from you as you're folding over your right thigh. As you breathe, balloon the breath and lengthen the ribs away from your right hip. As you exhale, as you fold towards the right, glide your left hip back to floor. One more breath here, deep breath. Exhale, release. From here, twisting pigeon towards the foot or sternum to foot. Your right foot is at a right angle. You've got hold of the arc of the foot with both hands, or you're tucking your right elbow into the arc of the foot. Now breathe in and lengthen your ribs away from right hip. And either exhale, bring sternum to foot or twist away from the foot. Breathe to heart, deep breath. And as you exhale, feel for opening out a little bit closer towards that right foot. Both feet active. Deep breath, keep moving belly away from pelvis. As you exhale, you're opening out towards the left. Inhale, release. Ease on out, and then bring your legs forward. Coming into straddle. So you did this right at the start. You're doing straddle again and just seeing the difference between when you started from when you finished. Bring your left hand down on the inside of your left leg. Press your right sit bone to the floor. As you inhale, reach your right arm is up. And as you exhale, reach your arm over your ear. For some of you, you'll be able to take hold of your left big toe with the first two fingers of your hand. So sending that left leg away from you. Breathe in, lift out. Keep lifting out of left side. And as you exhale, reaching your right arm over your ear. Some of you will be able to use your right hand to take hold of your foot, but keep lifting out of your right side. So breathe into your right ribs. And as you exhale, keep sending that right arm over right. Reach to sternum, deep breath. And as you exhale, as you fold towards your left side, send your right leg away from you. On the next breath, as you breathe in, spread your ribs out to the armpits. And as you exhale, you're folding over your left thigh, hands at either side of your foot, or you can take hold of the foot, the ankle, or calf. Breathe in and lift belly away from your left thigh. And as you exhale, you're folding, chest is moving towards your shin. Breathing into lower back and lengthening ribs away from waist. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, release. Use your hands, push the floor away. Breathe in as you come all the way on back up. Other side, your right hand is down on the inside of right leg. Press into your left sit bone. Inhale, reach your left arm is up. And as you exhale, your left arm is reaching over left hip. As you breathe, lengthen out of right side. And as you exhale, open the side ribs, left side ribs as you reach your arm over your hip. You might be able to take hold of the foot with your first two fingers or big toe. And then breathe, keep lifting out of right side. And as you exhale, opening out. You might also be able to take hold of the foot with your right foot with left hand. And then breathe in deeply, spreading your ribs wide. Send your left leg away from you as you're reaching your left arm over your ear. Now breathe in and spread your ribs out towards your armpits. And as you exhale, as you fold, bring your hands down either side of your right leg. You can take hold of the foot, the ankle, the calf. Breathe in and lift belly away from your right thigh. And as you exhale, fold, moving sternum to shin, forehead is relaxed. Breathe into lower back as you're lengthening ribs away from waist. And exhale as you fold. Use your hands, push the floor away, breathe in as you come all the way on up. Bring your hands by hips and then straighten your legs, letting this come off nice and easy. You're reaching your legs straight forward. Heels are reaching away from you and the toes are flexed back towards your shins. From here, breathe in, lift belly away from pelvis. And as you exhale, you're folding forward. You can reach your hands forward. If you're able to have the hands forward so that the ball of the foot is pressing into the palm of the hands, then that's where you're going. Or you can have the hands to the floor, ankle, or push the floor, lengthening your feet away from you. Breathe into lower back, lengthening ribs away from waist. Lead with chest, exhale as you fold, belly's in. If you've been able to tuck the hands onto the ball of your foot, on the next breath, spread the breath into back ribs. And as you breathe out, reach the ball of your foot forward into the palm of the hands. Let your shoulders soften. See how it opens the side ribs. Feel this right up into armpits. Keep the neck relaxed. And then breathe in, spreading the ribs wide. And as you exhale, as your belly moves away from the top of thighs, reach forward. The ball of the feet reaches forward. Belly's in. Breathe to where you're feeling this most. And exhale as you flow. Then inhale, release, push the floor away, come up. And then lie down on your backs. Lie down on your back, bend the knees, and reach your legs up. Take hold of the outside of your feet or taking hold of the big toe, or again, the ball of your foot is pressing into the palm of hands. Happy baby. Now take a deep breath. Breathe into lower back, spreading ribs to the floor. And as you exhale, pull your belly in. If you've got hold, press the ball of your foot into the hands, knees to armpits. Keep drawing the knees down, heels up, and feel this opening into lower back. And then breathe into lower back, spreading ribs to the floor. And exhale, knees down. Press the ball of your foot into the palm of your hands and feel the openings. Feel how the pelvis is opening up for you. And last one, breathe in. And exhale. Ball of the feet into palm of hands, knees to armpits, heels to sky, and feel how the hips are opening. Release. Use your hands to draw your knees together. Place the soles of your feet onto the floor. You can stay here, or the soles of your feet together, knees to the side. Arms relaxed by your side, or lengthen your legs, straighten the legs. Allow your body just to let go now in your final pose, Shavasana. Completely relax. Still the mind and stay focused. Stay with the pelvis and feeling the openings into hips, into pelvis, into thighs, into lower back. Stay with this and then feel what comes up for you. Allowing yourself to relax as much as you can. As you lie here now, begin to feel the energy that you have generated. Feeling the energy as it moves through your body. And feel for connecting this into hips, into pelvis. Feeling this as your center, your body center. Begin to move your fingertips and tips of toes. Deepen your breath and stretch in the way that feels good to you. And once you've given yourself a nice little stretch, bend the knees to chest, roll to the side, push the floor away, breathe in, come up and exhale. Sit up tall and bring your hands together so the thumbs are lightly touching sternum. Notice how you feel and congratulate yourself for your practice, thanking your body for your body allowing you to do as much as you have done. Thanking you for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. And all that is good and all that is honorable in me salutes all that is honorable, all that is good in you. Breathe in and exhale. Namaste. Done, everyone.